You're sitting on your couch. Everything is quiet. And then you feel it. A kurotsu. You look up, and your cat is already looking at you. Has been looking at you. For how long? You have no idea. 2 unblinking eyes, locked onto yours, not moving, not flinching, just watching. Most people laugh it off, call it creepy cat behavior. Post it to Reddit, get 1,000 upvotes, and move on. But here's what nobody tells you. That stare, it's not random. It's not mysterious quirk. It's not your cat being weird. It is one of the most sophisticated forms of nonverbal communication in the entire animal kingdom. And once you understand what's really happening behind those unblinking eyes, you will never look at your cat the same way again. So, what do most people think is going on? Ask around and you'll get a few answers. She wants food. He's just bored. Cats just do that. And to be fair, those aren't completely wrong, but they're the surface reading of a much deeper signal. The most common explanation you'll find online goes something like this. Cats stare because they're naturally curious, and when something catches their attention, they fixate on it. Simple, clean, feels right. But here's the problem. It doesn't answer the real question. Why don't they blink? Humans make eye contact constantly, but we blink every 3 to 5 seconds, almost involuntarily. Your cat, during a full stare, it can go minutes without a single blink. And it's not because their eyes don't get dry. It's not a passive physical quirk. It is a deliberate neurological strategy. And understanding that strategy means going back, way back, to what cats fundamentally are. Here's the part that changes everything. Cats are what biologists call obligate ambush predators. They don't run prey down across open fields. They don't rely on speed or stamina. They wait. They watch. They calculate. And then they strike with near-perfect precision. That hunting strategy has been refined over millions of years, and it is written directly into how their nervous system processes visual information. When a cat locks its gaze onto a target, it activates what researchers call sustained visual attention, a state in which the brain deliberately suppresses the blink reflex to maintain an uninterrupted stream of visual data. Think about what a blink actually is. It's a tiny blackout, a fraction of a second where visual input goes dark. For a predator whose survival depends on tracking micro-movements, the twitch of a tail, the shift of weight before a leap, that blackout is a liability. So the nervous system turns it off. Every blink suppressed is a frame of information preserved. Now, here is where it gets interesting. That same neural mechanism, the one that evolved over millions of years to hunt, is the exact same mechanism your cat activates when it looks at you. Sit with that for a second. In 2020, researchers at the University of Lincoln published a landmark study in Scientific Reports, one of the most rigorous peer-reviewed journals in the natural sciences. Dr. Tasmin Humphrey and Professor Daniel Mills designed a series of controlled experiments to study how cats use facial expressions, specifically the slow blink, to communicate with humans. Their findings turned the conventional understanding of cat behavior on its head. You know, the slow blink, that heavy-lidded, drowsy-looking eye close your cat sometimes does when you're nearby. Most people assume it's tiredness or coincidence. Humphrey and Mills found something else entirely. Cats deliberately produce slow blinks in response to humans doing the same. And when humans initiated a slow blink toward cats they'd never met before, those cats were significantly more likely to approach them and make contact. The researchers described the slow blink as a form of positive emotional communication, a deliberate, cross-species signal of non-threat and goodwill. But here's the twist the headlines missed. The slow blink only carries meaning because the default state, the baseline, is the unblinking stare. Think about what that means. In cat-to-cat communication, a hard, sustained, unblinking stare is a threat display. It signals, I see you. I am not backing down. Do not test me. Feral cats use it before confrontations. Dominant cats use it to hold territory. In the language of feline ethology, it communicates serious intent, and the cat that breaks eye contact first concedes. So when your cat turns that same unblinking stare toward you, it's not threatening you. It's doing something far more remarkable. It is directing its full, predator-calibrated attention toward the creature it has chosen to trust most in its entire world. The hard stare says, you are significant enough for my complete focus. The slow blink layered on top says, and I'm choosing to lower my guard with you. That's not unsettling. That is intimacy. Expressed in the only language millions of years of evolution gave them. There's one more layer to this. One most cat owners never notice. Watch your cat's pupils during a stare. Cats possess a vertically oriented slit pupil that is capable of adjusting its aperture with remarkable speed and precision, far beyond what a human pupil can do. That rapid adjustment means that while your cat holds that unblinking gaze, it is constantly recalibrating the light entering its eye, building the sharpest possible image of your face, your micro-expressions, the small movements of your body, the subtle cues of your emotional state. Your cat isn't just looking at you. It is reading you, in real time, with more precision than you're reading it. So, the next time your cat locks eyes with you from across the room, here is what is actually happening. Your cat has activated the same focused neural state it uses to track prey, and it has chosen to direct that state toward you, not as a target, but as the most important figure in its environment. If its body is relaxed and its pupils are soft, it's checking in, reading your emotional state, staying attuned to you. If its ears are gently forward and its posture is open, it's engaged, present, genuinely interested in you, not just in what you might give it. And here's your practical takeaway. The one backed directly by Humphrey and Mills. Respond with a slow blink. Close your eyes slowly. Hold for one beat. Open gently. Don't stare back with wide open eyes. In their language, that reads as a challenge. Blink slowly. If your cat slow blinks back, you just had a real conversation. And what you said, in the oldest feline dialect there is, was, I see you, I trust you, you're safe with me. And they said the exact same thing back. There's a version of this story that goes, cats are aloof. Cats don't really care. They're just using you for food and shelter. You've heard it. Maybe you've believed it. But here's what that story gets wrong. It judges cats by the standards of human affection, by words, by embraces, by loud and obvious demonstrations of need. Cats didn't evolve in a world that rewarded any of that. They evolved in silence, in patience, in the careful, unhurried language of sustained, deliberate attention. So when your cat stares at you, unblinking, still, completely focused, it is not being strange. It is not staring into the void. It is speaking in the clearest, most direct way it knows how. It is saying, you are the most important thing in this room, and I want you to know, I'm here. Now I want to hear from you. Does your cat do this? That long, unblinking stare from across the room? And have you ever tried the slow blink back? What happened? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And honestly, your stories are one of the best parts of making this channel.